Hey everybody, welcome to Freeway Films, where I talk about movies on the way to my real job, which simply just isn't as fun as watching TV, or playing solitaire, or staring at a wall for that matter. I'm your host Steve. On today's episode, Justice League. Oh boy, Justice League. Oh boy. While there may have been a league, there was hardly any justice for anyone. And after watching it, I've mostly already forgotten what it's about. I had so much hope for this movie. And Mr. Snyder, really let me down. Granted, Joss Whedon ended up taking over and redoing the whole movie, so maybe Mr. Whedon let me down? And that's really the biggest problem with this movie, is whose movie was it? Zack Snyder is a great director, Joss Whedon is a great director, but we've probably learned that they should never ever collaborate ever again. I really liked Man of Steel, I really liked Batman vs. Superman, and with Justice League, Zack Snyder was supposed to helm it, and we just kind of got more of the same. Or I was hoping we could get more of the same, but we didn't. Instead, we got a hot plate of hurried hot mess, and it like runny grits. Justice League is runny grits. And I'm always hesitant to say when something's bad, because a lot of talented people worked on this movie. It was hundreds of millions of dollars. And so they worked really hard, and they're way more talented than I am. I could, as bad as Justice League was, I could not even, my Justice League would be way worse. I promise you. It's just, Justice League was, you know how you have a puzzle, it's a bunch of puzzle pieces that are put together to make a beautiful picture. Well, in this case, Warner Brothers just shoved all the pieces together so that it looked less like a beautiful picture and more like a pile up on the interstate. You know, have you ever seen Tommy Boy? You remember that scene where he's trying to sell the brakes and he just slams all the cars together? That's what Warner Brothers did to Justice League. But because of the caliber of people that they hired, it was less like Toyota Camrys on a pile up and more like Porsches and Lamborghinis, and that they just all shoved together. If you didn't see Justice League in theaters, thank heavens. However, if you're a fan of Zack Snyder's other two movies, I think the movie is worth seeing. There's some good moments. It's in Redbox now. Just came out to buy. Probably not worth a purchase unless you have the other two. Like, I'm going to buy it out of obligation to complete the trilogy. But the third movie was really a letdown. Anyways, Justice League. Have you seen it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? You probably hated it. But maybe you did love it, in which case, let me know. We're on the internet. You should have lots of opportunities to tell everyone what you think all the time anyways. And if you'd like to tell me more, click subscribe and put something in the comments below, and yeah, keep me posted on what you think about Justice League.